Okay guys, Real 111T here. Just getting ready to do some shotgun patterning. As I said, Turkey Day is coming up pretty quick. So I'm up here at the property. We got a target set out there at 25 yards. I'm going to do some testing. I actually have some turkey targets there rolled up. We'll see that. This box, this is just taken out of my basement here. Some of the stuff that we saw last time is in it. There's a wide selection. I'm not going to test all that. I'm really just going to be, like I said, I'm going with that Federal number 6, which is what I've got in here, and I've got some more down in there. So I'm going to first check point of aim, point of impact basically, and then I'm going to check the pattern at this distance. Okay, so let me get us set up on a tripod. You see there's my H&R there ready to go. This is my tripod. This is what I do with an iPhone. Just a little brass stud I got on top and a rubber band, and it works pretty well. You guys be the judge. It was pretty cheap. Alright, hang on a second guys. Alright guys, so here's my target. I think I was a little low, but still, you know, it's pretty good. So this is the stuff I was using right here. Get that in camera. I don't know if the packaging's the same this year as it was last year. But that's the stuff. So I'm going to put up a couple turkey targets at this range, or I'll do one at least, and we'll take a look at it, okay? Stick with me. Okay, so way down there, we got a turkey target, shows turkey vitals. Let me put my hearing on, my ears, and we'll try it again. Here we go. See how we did? Wind's not really cooperating, guys, but yeah, I'm pretty sure that's pretty dead. You know, see the wad looks like it went a little bit off to the side there. But really, the center of the pattern seems like it's over here, but there's definitely enough pellets in there. So, yep, that's what we went with. I got two more of these targets. See, these targets here, I had left over from last year. I tested a bunch, and you know, I had them all filled out in advance because I didn't want to be fiddling with filling them out. But they did. Some of those loads did so bad on the first test at 25 yards that I didn't want to try it at longer distances, so I didn't waste my targets. So I had them for this year. So let's see, maybe I'll move that target back a little bit and try a couple more like this. Alright, see you in a second. So here we are again, out at 35 yards. I want to show you guys a couple things here. I was up there changing out the target. This is a regular, let me see here. It's a regular like shotgun wad, like out of a target load. You know, you see it's plastic and it's got some slits in it. Now, I found one of these up there. Now this is what you got in these Federal shells. You notice the front of it is just a solid tube, okay? And it's got these fins on the back, and it's actually got some fins on the front that open up to produce aerodynamic drag. And then the shot just kind of this just kind of backs off the shot, and the shot just continues on forward. So let's see how we do with this at 35 yards. Let me see if I can make sure I'm focused down there. There we go. Alright, here we go, guys. Pull my shirt down. You guys don't need to see that. Turn protection on. This guy's kick. See what we got. Be right back with you. So here we go. This pattern is a lot less impressive. See, it maybe is a little bit off to the side, but we got about 5 or 6 shots in the kill zone. But on the whole, like, maybe I pulled it a little bit, but on the whole, a lot less impressive pattern. I do have a couple good ones in there, but you know, it is number 6 shot, so it doesn't hit as hard as some of the bigger ones. Yeah. Let's see if I can. So I mean, it would probably work, but I really am going to consider 35 my maximum yardage. We'd probably set decoys in closer than that, and that would be a lot. That would be like my extreme range with this gun. You know, you hear about people with the 60-yard guns with the extra full choke and spending tons of money on it. You know, this might mean just calling them in a little closer and sitting a little stiller, I guess. So, you know, and that's half the fun right there, is to see if you can do that. Now, like I said, the last time we had a real close brush with a tom last spring, he was a lot closer than that. He was closer than 25 yards. So I'm going to go ahead and shoot some of this number 4 that I have at a much closer range, like probably no further than like the edge of that bench right there. I'll set the target like right in this area here. So let's take a look at that and see what happens. Hang on a second. So we got here some of that Remington nitro mag at 6 yards. So we'll see how this does. Remember, this is a modified choke gun. So basically, it's not really set up for turkey. But I can shoot slugs through it. So if I want to use it during deer season, I could. Basically, you could use this gun on anything in the eastern woodlands. So I'll take the flight control to get out of distance, and I realize how ridiculously short range this is, but like I said, with the brush and the way this turkey was coming around the curve in the road, this might have been a realistic distance. So let's see here. I can see right now, since it's so close, that would have been it right there. Actually, since we're so close, let's just go up there and see. Yeah. I mean, at this distance, I mean, I probably would have blown that turkey's head clear off. All right, so yeah. All right, so I definitely carry some of those for real short range. Okay, and yep, that's pretty much it. I think I'm ready. Can't wait. Thanks for watching, guys. So I decided to do one more, and that is what would have happened on that day when all I had was the 2-ounce number 6 flight control at this distance. So it's kind of a ridiculous scenario. I definitely agree. But what kind of pattern could I have expected at super close range? So, only one way to find out, right? So, let's see here. Once again, ridiculously short range. I'm going to aim off to the side a little bit. Yeah. Okay, let's take a look at that. So you can really clearly see what we got going on here. You know, from that last shot with the Remington nitro mag that was centered, and the wad for that went through here, and you can kind of see this pattern right here. This is the number 6 Federal. The wad went right through here, and probably most of the shot went right through here. And we got, at a range of about 6 yards here, about a 4-inch pattern, you know. And it's not a particularly awesome pattern, you know. If I had centered it on here, I mean, I probably would have hit it, and once again, probably would have taken his head straight off at this range, but so it probably would have worked, you know, because, I mean, this is pretty much exactly where I was aiming. So if I was aiming here, I mean, he would have got about 1.5 ounces of, it would have been like getting hit with 1.5 ounces slug in the neck, you know, so it's kind of morbid, but it would have been quick, that's for sure. But so that's good to know that in an emergency that would work. I mean, because what you got going for you at that moment is really the range. You know, that is really close range, and so it's harder to miss just for that reason. You know, but you know, the downside is, I mean, if he moved at the last second, if he heard me and he jerked his head a little bit, he could have jerked his head 4 inches. You know, just as I pull the trigger, and I could have missed. You know, so definitely. You can see at close range, this is really gives you a lot more flexibility there in terms of movement. Both my movement and insufficiency at aiming, and his movement being on his guard. But yeah, so close range, that number 4 has got it for me. The number 6 really is good out to that 25 to 35 yard range, and that's what I'm going to be packing. Thanks for watching, guys.